This is the newest, most exciting entertainment show where nothing is off limits.
We bring you real, authentic, and raw conversations.
Enjoy good vibes, fashion, and lifestyle from your favorite celebrities.
Fun, trending topics, games, and educative segments.
Every Tuesdays from 3 p.m. and Saturdays from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. With me, LAVIN NYAGOWA
and Hazel Jeru.
Only on The Unfiltered. Good afternoon. Today is the 8th of June 2023, and in case you missed yesterday's episode, then trust you me, you need to go back, start watching from the other episode just so you get to understand what exactly we are talking about today. This is a part 2 of yesterday's conversation, that is contraceptives, and of course we still have John in studio. He's taking us through the topic. Hatujamaliza tulianza, the conversation was a really good one, and now we get to do the second part. On this second part, we are going to look at contraceptives and sexual health, reproductive system for each and every one of us. Ndio. So karibu sana once again. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you.
Alafu tena utuambie kuhusu Maristops, of course.
All right. Thank you so much. My name is John NYAGOWA, a service provider at Maristops Thika Clinic. And in Thika, we are located at Daimatco, 4th floor. And we are open from Monday to Friday from 8 to 6. And then Saturday from 8 to 4. Then Sunday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Yes.
Okay, so probably just an overview of what we discussed yesterday. Juu kuna mtu anatuwatch saizi na maybe hataki kwenda kuwatch, but I'd highly recommend that you go back, watch the first part so that you come tuendelee na the second part. But just an overview of yesterday's discussion.
An overview of yesterday's discussion, we talked about contraceptive, an overview of contraception, myths and misconception. And again, we are also having a subsidized activity today, that is 8th of June and 9th of June for implants, 3 years and 5 years, and for coil. So when we talk about the subsidized prices, that is around 1,500 for each. So if you're in need of any for 3 years implant, for 5 years implant, our subsidized prices run from today and tomorrow. That is 8th and 9th.
So is this happening across all the Maristops clinics?
This is only in Thika Clinic.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It's only in
That's
Thika Clinic.
interesting. So in case you're looking to do an implant, so definitely there's an offer for you, 1,500. While at it, remember that Smart Shopper also has amazing products. And of course we still have the amazing picnic mats that I call them picnic because I use them for picnic. So depending on the service that you'd want it for, definitely chaguo ni lako, just have it. Take it. It just goes for 1,000 depending on the size. Prices depend on the size. We have some that go for 1,000, others for 1,500, others for 700. Again, that is depending on the size. So in case for any inquiries, you can call the number 0798 154 So let's dive deep into the conversation. So what we're talking about today, a continuation of yesterday's discussion, of course, we are looking at contraceptives and sexual health. Just but an overview. Izimbili, of course, they intermarry. So take us through that, the intermarriage between the two.
When we talk about sexual reproductive health and a contraceptive, contraceptive is one of the services within that umbrella of sexual reproductive health. All right? So when we talk about sexual reproductive health, these are holistic care we give to women and even men. All right? And now that we're talking about contraception, then we will basically talk about contraceptive as a topic, as a service we give in terms of in terms of sexual reproductive health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when we talk about sexual reproductive health, is holistic care we give for someone who is sexually active, or someone from a teenager to puberty.
Yeah, of course, mlisikia. In case you missed part 1, in part 1 we said you don't have to be married for you to be able to use contraceptives.
True.
So long as you feel you're at the right age too, sindio?
Yeah.
Yes, you can definitely go out for. And the fact that they're running an offer, Maristops is one of the best service providers in the country. So definitely go check them out. Thika Clinic has a good offer for implants that they're currently running. Okay, so how do contraceptives contribute to the overall sexual health and well-being of a person?
In very many ways, because contraception, we can differentiate, contraceptive and family planning. Because now when we now go to family planning, we'll be able to know how it really contributes to our health, right? So to family plan means spacing. Okay. And spacing in terms of emotional, in terms of physical well-being of an individual, it matters a lot. All right. And one thing that contraception does to our physical being, all right, for you to maintain yourself, then you need time before getting pregnant. You know, pregnancy, it is a process. It is a quite entire process of 9 months. So just imagine you're getting pregnant this month, next month you're getting pregnant. So again, taking time for yourself might not be there. And in terms of planning, you also need to know how to plan it. It also helps us to plan our families, and you know, economies now there. So we need to get to space and check on whether they are going to school and such kind of stuff. Health-wise is also good because doing spacing can now prevent you from getting other prevailing health conditions, like now bleeding after delivery, such kind of stuff. So generally, as an individual, on individual level, it is very, very important to do that because it informs our well-being. In terms of the society, again, it's also going to help, and even the country as a whole.
Okay, so from part 1, I had so many people ask me about there are the same clinics that we use to provide services, the women's services. Are those the same clinics that men also come in to seek the services that they're looking for?
I say yes. We don't have different clinics. So it is the same clinic whereby women visit and men visit. And you understand that one of the pillars of sexual reproductive health is men involvement. Right? So if we involve men in coming for these services, then our ladies will also be having a bit of relief. Okay, so it is the same clinic.
So Sami, I hope you get your answer. So now, away from that, could you please explain to us the role of, you know, contraceptives? Of course, there's contraceptives, and then there's somebody getting that, and then there's the sexually transmitted infections. One thing I know, probably you cannot use one to prevent the other. So probably take us through that.
There are certain contraceptives which prevents sexually transmitted infections, and even HIV, and that is only condom. All right. Yes. So it is only a barrier method, whether male or female condom, that prevents you from STIs and HIV transmission. Implants, pills, injection, coil do not prevent you from STIs and HIV transmission.
Okay, so you mentioned something in part 1 about certain contraceptives. When you're having certain medical conditions, you're not allowed to use certain types of contraceptives. So probably from where you sit, maybe you can guide us on that as well. So
there are certain conditions when you are experiencing, or when you've had, or when you have, might inhibit you from using certain contraception. And if in particular, I will categorize them into 2, whether hormonal and non-hormonals. And hormonals, as I just said, when we were having that discussion, that they are synthetic, they get absorbed, and there is certain condition when you have, especially we were talking about liver diseases.
Yeah.
And with the liver diseases, you can get something called liver cirrhosis. We have kidney issues. We have things to do with cervical cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have things to do with pelvic inflammatory disease. We have things to do with abnormal vaginal bleeding. We have things to do with clot, those who are diabetes, those who are hypertensive. There are certain methods that is not advisable. They are not going to be safe. They might be effective, but not safe for usage. Now, in that classification, liver disease, hypertension, diabetes, breast cancer, and what we call deep vein thrombosis. If you are experiencing that and you get to a medical practitioner, then they will discourage you from using hormonal contraceptive because there is a way that hormonal contraceptives affects what we call the efficacy. Right? The efficacy is the ability of that drug or of that contraception to serve its purpose. So the moment you're using certain drugs, it is going to reduce the efficacy of family planning. So it might either fail or the side effect might be advanced. For the coil, whether hormonal coil or non-hormonal coil, again, you are not supposed to have it when you are having what is called cervical cancer. All right, yes, because now, you know, when you insert a coil and you are having a cervical cancer, the cancer cells divide faster, so you're going to interfere with them. So that's one thing. Pelvic inflammatory disease, all right? So by the time you are having that infection, you're not supposed to have coil. But in an event, you get treated, or let's say, for example, you're using coil, and along the way, you get PID, then PID can be treated. But you cannot get a UCD when you presently having that condition.
Okay, so what are some of the options that are available for somebody, of course, mwenye anahitaji? I know the answer you'll give is probably use a condom, but then aside from using a condom, we have what when they desire to, you know, get contraceptives, but at the same time they want to be protected against, you know, STIs and HIV and AIDS. So how do you deal with that? How do you advise such patients?
If someone wants to prevent herself from pregnancy and at the same time prevents herself from STIs and HIV transmission, there are only two things. But for STIs, it is only standard that that's condom. All right? So you can use a contraception with the condom. That's for STIs. But for HIV transmission, we also have other HIV preventing drugs. Right? So in that situation, there's something called PrEP. PrEP is pre-exposure prophylaxis. All right? So this is a drug you can do or you can take 7 days before an exposure, and it can prevent you from HIV transmission. All right? So those are the only ground. Apart from that, if it is STI, it is condom. But if it is HIV, then it is both condom and PrEP. All right. After an exposure, you can now go for PEP. All right. But again, if it is pregnancy, after an exposure, you can now go to emergency pills.
Okay. So let's now have a look at, you know, the advances and of course accessibilities that we have. Some of the advances, Naskia, I don't know how true this is. There's some contraceptive that is coming to the market. Inaitwa Depivirin, your dawa or whatever it is. I have not seen it. Nikitutu, somebody asked randomly from the part 1 that we did. So how true is that? So are there any advances in connection to that are currently happening?
Yeah, you know, the world medicine is evolving, right? So research are being done every single day, and I can say yes, there is something in the pipeline that is coming up. We will even be having an injection for 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year. We can even have, we will be having contraceptive even for men for injection. All right, yes. So I can affirm that yes, researchers are doing something just within the pipeline to ensure that we get more advanced and more kind of accessible methods of contraception.
And especially for men, since the men mnakwanga very scared to go for
for men, so it will not just be vasectomy and condom.
Exactly.
So pills will be there, injectables will be there.
Okay, guys. So we are going on a short commercial break. Remember, we still have more for you. So keep your questions coming. We have John in studio. So koko na maswali zako. The next time we're gonna have him in studio, atakuwa anatuelezea a totally different thing that is not contraceptives. So send in your feedback. You can send your feedback at TAS TV Official. That is on YouTube, TAS TV on Facebook, www.tastv.co.ke on our website. See you in a bit.
This is the newest, most exciting entertainment show where nothing is off limits. We bring you real, authentic, and raw conversations.
Enjoy good vibes, fashion, and lifestyle from your favorite celebrities.
Fun, trending topics, games, and educative segments.
Every Tuesdays from 3 p.m. and Saturdays from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. With me, LAVIN NYAGOWA
and Hazel Jeru.
Only on The Unfiltered. Welcome to TAS Media Institute, the home of undiscovered talents. You will be trained by professionals who have a passion in what they do. Do not be left behind. Enroll now and become a pioneer of TAS Media Institute. We are located at Neema Plaza, 2nd floor along Kenyatta Highway in Thika Town. Life can sometimes take unexpected turns, and this family's story is no exception. When a gas explosion completely changed the course of their living, Mr. Joseph Lual and his family have been forced to face unimaginable hardships. But even in this phase of adversity, they have managed to persevere with so much resilience. And as the saying goes, adversity introduces you to yourself. Let's get the story of Mr. Joseph and his family.
So welcome to the first episode of Brain Busters. My name is Mwangi Dominic. Lotko barabara ya MKU. Tunauliza maswali tatanishi.
At TAS Media Institute, we let you discover your talent. Welcome back, guys. This is TAS TV and we're talking about contraceptives. So in case you've missed the first half of it, we have a part 1 and then we have the first half of the second part. So this is just the last and the final part where we get to talk about contraceptives. So kama haujatuma maswali zako leo, you'll have to wait for the next time that we have this discussion again for you to be able to, or rather you can just walk to Mary Stops and get their services. They do consultancy. Yes. So away from that, what are some of the challenges in terms of accessibility ya kupata the contraceptives, and what efforts are being made to address them?
Yeah, one of the challenge is lack of information. All right.
Yeah.
And we've been advocating for good information, if I can say that.
Yeah.
And this information can be gotten from all the parameters.
Yeah.
We're in a technology of, we are in a world of technology.
Yeah.
So you can access information. And again, one of the thing is about culture, right? Culture is one of the barriers to access family planning.
Yeah.
And apart from culture is religion.
Yeah.
People are so spiritual that when they see you walking into a contraceptive center,
Yeah.
that one means you're sexually active.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that again, and then economic status. Economic status, might also hinder someone to access such services because now there are monetary involved, and again, others cannot afford. But again, new contraceptive, as per the Kenyan regulation, they can get accessed even in other places, in public hospitals.
Yeah.
So economic status is also a barrier. Socio-cultural is also a barrier as well, because there are other cultures which does not allow women to use contraception.
Yeah.
All right. There are other culture which does not allow men to go for contraceptive.
Yeah.
All right. Same to girls.
Girls.
Yes.
Okay, so how can we best ensure that we have open and informed discussions about the topic contraceptive?
Awareness creation.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We just need to create a platform whereby each and every individual get access to information.
Yeah.
Getting access to this information is going to help this person make an informed decision.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So awareness creation and availability of these services. So these services are available. So the moment we create awareness, they will be able to know where can they get each and every sexual reproductive health service. Yes.
Okay, so we have individuals who don't have, but they are considering. We were having a discussion just before, and you're saying you don't have to necessarily have a partner for you to get a contraceptive. So what, for how when you wanna consider to have the, the contraceptive, what is the best advice that you'd give? Yeah,
if you want to get a contraceptive, don't wait to have a partner, right? Yeah. So a partner is not one of the factors to consider when you want to get a contraceptive, all right? Because if you look at that, there are contraceptives. Number one, there are contraceptives, which suits people who do not want children. And that is now the permanent, non-reversible.
Non-reversible.
So if you are not in that group, we have another option. So we have also a category for people who want children, but not anytime soon. Right? So if you want children and you don't want children anytime soon, there is a provision for that. You can use long-term reversible contraceptive. We also have these people, they're not sure whether they want children
or they don't.
Whether they want to use a contraceptive or they don't. We also have a provision for that. Now, if you look at that category, that one does not require you to have a partner. Right? So it is an informed decision. It is a choice you have to make. So so long as you are from 13 years and above, because if you talk about teenagers, teenagers from 13 to 17, 16 or 18. So long as you are 13 and you need a contraceptive, you are allowed through our constitution. That is, our constitution stipulates that there's a Bill of Rights, all right? And within this Bill of Rights, there is a part which talks about accessibility to health,
Yeah.
right? Health services.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You don't need to have a partner to get a contraceptive.
Yeah.
Within that category I just mentioned, there will be a gap for you.
Yes. Okay, so you've mentioned from 13, but during one of my walks around, there's a community-based organization that we work with. During one of those visits, we realized kuna mtoto mwenye as young as 9 years already akona mtoto. So is it okay when you put this kid under contraceptive?
Yes, it is. But again, you know, when you talk about the law, everything is now
Narrowed
anchored
down
on the law, and now our constitution only allows from 13.
From 13.
But that one doesn't mean whatever happens on the ground, you realize someone who is 9 years or 12 years is pregnant. That one does not deter you from giving that kind of a person service.
Okay.
So there is also a Children's Act, and they talk about the provision of sexual health services.
Okay, so looking at contraceptives and its future, what are some of the improvements and of course innovations aside from the one that you mentioned for men that you're going to like have in the market?
As I just mentioned, that medicine is evolving.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things coming up, and we believe researchers are doing a lot of stuff to ensure that we have the modern method of contraceptive. But currently we only have one which is going through the process of men being involved, not only in vasectomy but other options of contraception.
Okay.
So I think we can just give it the researchers time. They come up with something which will basically give us a lot of impact.
Yes. So we are coming to the end of the program. So just a final question from my end, and then you can give us your parting shot. Probably utuonyesha hata suitcase iko na nini, because tumeona tu kitu moja. We don't know every other thing that yenye iko hapo ndani. Sindio? So from where you sit, what is the most significant impact that access to contraceptive has on individuals and the society as a whole?
On an individual, we talked about holistic well-being, right? So it helps you to be psychologically stable, physically fit, and again, we talk about deaths. There are deaths which are caused by unwanted pregnancies, and now you can prevent that using a contraceptive. So in terms of mobility, it also helps. In terms of society, again, population. You know, there are a lot of population is growing. The lands are not there, so so we also need to regulate the population to be it manageable when it comes to now planning in our either within the locality or the entire country.
The entire country.
So in terms of planning, contraception also helps. Okay.
So guys, we have come to the end of today's episode. It was short and sweet. We've served you juice, we've served you tea. In case there's any information yenye umekosa, just watch. Tumepeana a lot of information that of course will be of help. Any service that you seek, any service that you need, you can always visit Maristops. And then now, please show us ni nini iko ndani ya this kit.
This kit. This kit is called Choice Kit. A Maristop as a way of doing their own things. That's why we have this Choice Kit. Choice Kit, as the word itself, choice, is just to make an informed decision. A kit is whatever it is here. So within this kit, I have a lot of things here. I don't know. Is it visible? Or I put it like this?
I think even better.
Even better. So I can move this side, right?
Yes.
You know, there are things people have not seen here. Let me. Sorry. All right. Now, if you look at this is our kit. And this is the kit we normally use when you come to our facility, especially when it comes to counseling. All right. And we were talking about methods of contraceptive. And these methods of contraceptive is what I was looking for. These methods of contraceptive are ranging from short-term to long-term. All right. We don't have the permanent here. We don't have the vasectomy and the tubal ligation. But now we are just going to talk about permanent reversible and short-term methods. So the short-term methods I mentioned, there are only two. So we only have pills. So this is pills. This is pills. And remember, we said pills are two types.
Yeah.
They are progesterone only pills.
Yeah.
And combined oral contraceptive.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you can get to the hospital, unaweza pewa ile ya kunyonyesha. Ile ya kunyonyesha inaitwa progesterone only pills. Ile ingine inaitwa combined oral contraceptive. Apart from this, we have injection. Injection, there are only two now in the market for 3 months.
Yeah.
So we have what is called Depo, Provera, and Sayana. Yeah, so if you go to the hospital and you get Depo and you get Sayana, they are generally the same thing.
The same
so
thing.
this is the Depo, this is the Sayana.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So those are the only two short-term methods of contraceptive.
Yes.
Now, the long-term reversible methods are now 3.
Yes.
So we have implants for 3 years. It is only 1 rod. Right? Meishika. So it is only 1 rod. That's for 3 years.
Okay.
Okay. And then, that's for 3 years. Yes.
Yeah.
So for 3 years, it is only 1 rod.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And remember, reversible. You can remove it anytime you want.
Anytime. Yeah.
Then we have another one, 2 rods.
Yeah.
Now these 2 rods is for 5 years.
Yes. So zineka on both ends?
No, just on non-dominant hand.
Okay.
So we can't say it is on the left or the right. So if you are left-handed, we put it on the right. If you are right-handed, we put it on the left. Okay. The non-dominant hand. All right.
Yes.
That one is for 5 years. It's also reversible. So you can remove it anytime you want. Okay. And another long-term reversible. We talked about coil.
Yeah.
So that is another coil.
I have a question. Sorry to interrupt you. Ukiekewa, where does this go?
No, we cut that.
Oh.
We cut that and we bury it. There is a place in the cervix where we put that string, so it doesn't remain hanging like that. All right. So that is hormonal contraceptive, which is the one we put into the uterus. That is what is called Avibela. All right. Yeah. Mirena is also the same as that in terms of content. Lydia is also the same as that. All right. So if you look at those 3, so we have Avibela, we have Lydia, and we have Mirena. Those are hormonal IUCD.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm curious, why do they have just female names?
You know, Avibela is not a female name. Avibela is not a female name. So, I think it's because of the science, and you know, when these things evolve, they get the name from where they originate from and what content they contain. Probably Lydia might have been a doctor who invented this contraceptive. Mirena might have been either. Okay. And then we have this. So if you look at that and this, they're different. Someone can say this is plastic, that is metal. Right? So the difference is the other one you are having on your left hand is non-hormonal. The one you are having on your right is hormonal contraceptive. The other one goes for 10 years. Remember, this one I told you for 3 years and for 5 years. But non-hormonal contraceptive, which is copper T, the name is now copper T. So if you heard about copper T, the one you're having on your hand,
this is the famous copper T.
Famous copper T. So it is made up of copper. That copper is coated, right? Yeah. So it doesn't really do much harm inside there. So someone might ask, how is that copper T going to prevent pregnancy?
Yes.
All right. Copper T, when it is placed inside the uterus, it produces what is called copper ions.
Yes.
All right. These copper ions are going to make the walls of the uterus unconducive for the survival of the sperms. So basically, they kill sperms, if I can say that. All right. So they divide the sperms. In the nature of sperms, we have the head and the tail. So the moment they are deposited here, this copper ion is going to divide it into 2. So the tail remains there, the head remains there. It can't move. So it becomes what is called immotile. So it doesn't move from here to the fallopian tube.
Kuna mtu anauliza inaikangwa ikiwa ndogo hivi.
Nini?
This.
The size of the uterus
Depends.
is like the fist of your hand.
Yeah.
So if you do like this, just that is the size of your uterus.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the size of your uterus. All right. Yeah. So uterus is expanding when you get pregnant.
Yeah.
All right. And then it comes back. We call it involution.
Yeah.
So in your situation, it is just like that. It is small, just like that. But we can't put it like that. If you look at this, it is something which is coiled, just like the name. There is a way under which it is coiled like that. So if it is coiled like that, there is something we normally use to insert it. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Then now we insert it through the cervix. You remember I told you we are taking the measurement of your uterus.
Yes.
Until ifike hapo.
Okay.
Yeah, so haiwezi wekwa kama iko hivi.
Kama iko hivyo.
Yes,
I
so
bet that was the
you get
question.
that? Yeah, haiwezi wekwa hivyo, haiwezi wekwa hivyo. So mpaka tuweke, there is that process of insertion, which is a 1-minute procedure. It's not painful, slight discomfort. And the best time to have coil inserted is on your last day of your period.
Oh.
The reason being, you are not pregnant.
Oh.
The second thing is the cells, the walls of the cervical walls are very smooth. So when I'm going to penetrate in, it will be quite very easy.
Yeah.
Very, you're not going to feel uncomfortable. Yeah, just a little bit of discomfort.
Yes.
1-minute procedure. Then, remember we talked about barrier methods?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have this is called a model. This is called penile model.
Yeah.
The penile model is just for condoms.
Yeah.
For male and for male.
Yeah.
And then for female, so there's a difference. I know you've not seen a female condom, have you?
I have.
You have. Right. So that is a female condom.
Yeah.
Yeah, female condom now, you don't need to insert it as per men. So there is a way under which you do insertion. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that. That's that about the kit. And the only thing we're lacking here is now non-reversible. That is a model for vasectomy and a model for tubal ligation. But vasectomy, as I said, we only cut what is called vas deferens. That tube which transports the sperm. Only that. Once you cut that, there will be no connection. But the production of sperms will be going on.
Yeah.
The only thing is, it will not be released. They will be absorbed in the body because they are proteins. Yeah. In terms of tubal ligation, we cut the tubes. Yeah. That one does not mean you will not be having your period. Period will be there every single month. But the egg is also a protein in nature, will get absorbed in your system. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So that's all about the
that's all
kit.
about the kit.
Okay.
That's all about the kit.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So this has been a very, very, very amazing session, an educative one to be precise. 100%. If in case, just let me know what you've learned from this, the part 1 and the part 2. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Send in your feedback. We're going to have John come back again for a different conversation. So we'll have him marakada. He has a lot of information that we need. So it's on us to work. It's on us to go and seek services from Maristops. And of course, while seeking services from Maristops, remember they are running, how do you call it?
We are subsidized. Yeah. On 8th.
Yeah, today and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow, we are running a subsidized contraceptive day.
Yes.
And with that, we are only offering 2 long-term contraception. That is implant for 3 years, implant for 5 years, and coil for 10 years.
For 10 years.
Both are reversible. So if you are willing, kindly we welcome you to Thika. We are located at Madai Matko, 4th floor, and our clinics run from 8 to 5. To 5,
yes. So that has been it for this episode. Leave a comment below. Make sure that you follow Ultas TV across all social media platforms. And I think you can reach Maristops. Probably your number, jukuna mtu anaweza taka kuku reach out privately. Ama the office number, the company number.
All right, the office number, we have 2 numbers. We have a toll-free number that is for the entire Maristop. Yeah. And the number is 0800 72005. So I can repeat, 0800 720 005. For the clinic, that is now the one you can reach specifically Thika, because the one I've just given is the entire country. Yeah. For Thika specifically is 07 21 47 16 24. All right. Personal number 0714-720-166, Jonah Nyango.
Yes.
Right.
So just tupatie parting shot ata.
My parting shot today is I'm very happy to be here today to educate, just to discuss. It's just not a matter of education, just discussing contraception. So kindly get right information, get access to this contraceptive, and Maristop stands to be the best provider for the contraceptive services. We are located in Thika, Madai Matko, 4th floor. Welcome.
So what is my take home? My take home is usiende kwa duko decide mimi ninataka kutumia depo, and that is what you pick. Make sure that you go to a medical practitioner, and the only people who can give you that service that is quality, that is good, and everything wanakupatia the options. That is Maristops Kenya. While at it, remember that we have this smart shopper that sells various you know, a lot of products, from beauty products, jewelries, we have home decor, anything that you want. Ukitaka kujirembesha, ukitaka kurembesha hao, ukitaka kurembesha set, we have different wallpapers that juzi we were selling wallpapers that go for just 2 meters, 1,000 bob Kenya shillings. That is something that you rarely find, sindio? So please reach out to the number 0798-154-042. Virginia is ready to serve you because customer service is our #1 priority. Thank you so much for joining us today. This has been Reality Check, and I am your host, LAVIN NYAGOWA.
Welcome to TAS Media Institute, the home of undiscovered talents. You will be trained by professionals who have a passion in what they do. Do not be left behind. Enroll now and become a pioneer of TAS Media Institute. We are located at Neema Plaza, 2nd floor along Kenyatta Highway in Thika Town. Life can sometimes take unexpected turns, and this family's story is no exception. When a gas explosion completely changed the course of their living, Mr. Joseph Lual and his family have been forced to face unimaginable hardships. But even in this phase of adversity, they have managed to persevere with so much resilience. And as the saying goes, adversity introduces you to yourself. Let's get the story of Mr. Joseph and his family.
So welcome to the first episode of Brain Busters. My name is Mwangi Dominic. Leo tuko barabara ya MKU, tunauliza maswali tatanishi.
At TAS Media Institute, we let you discover your talent.